who says the Americans don't like their football stroke soccer. Great atmosphere. And a real sense of anticipation around the ground. Let's take a check on the two sides for you. The USA side, 4 of these players come from the English Premier League, 3 play in Germany, 1 from the Dutch, the Belgian and the Scottish League, just the 1 from the MLS. Landon Donovan with 34 goals to his name. He needs 1 more to establish a new international record for America. Brazil, the big names, Kaká and Ronaldinho start. It's been a while since they've both been in the starting lineup for Brazil. The big news really is the inclusion of Alfonso Alves up front alongside Robinho. He got the nod ahead of Wagner Love. And in defence, Lucio is back to captain the side. He and João, you may remember, were at the heart of the Brazilian defence as they won the Copa America in the summer. Carlos Bocanegra, the American captain, one of the 4 that play in the English Premier League. Gilberto Silva, of course, plays across London for Arsenal. Pitch looks a little bit scorched in places. It's the 11th meeting between the sides. Of the previous 10, we've never had a draw. Brazil winning 9 of the 10 games. The only victory that the USA managed was nearly 10 years ago now, over in LA by a single goal to 0. What a boost it would be if they could overcome the mighty Brazil today. But Brazil's lineup looks strong. It's a severe test for the USA. And off we go. Brazil in their traditional strip. Always good to see them wearing the yellow shirt. Attacking the goal away to our left-hand side. USA in the white shirts and the white socks with the blue shorts. Brazil coming into this game having won their last 6 on the trot. A period that has seen them score 17 goals and conceded just the 3. That just underlines the size of the task ahead of the USA tonight. Nicely brought down. Gilberto robbed by Donovan. And João felt that he was caught from behind. Free kick given against Dempsey. Mineiro. Mineiro was a doubt for this game. There was some speculation that he wasn't going to get a permission to get into the country. Several players that fell into that category, but thankfully it was all resolved eventually. Nice move by USA. It's a good sliding challenge that comes in by Mineiro, but it's still not away. And eventually Brazil able to clear their lines as Dempsey saw the whites of the post ahead of him. Bocanegra getting in ahead of Alfonso Alves. Here's Kaká. Somehow got the ball in, but safely gathered by Tim Howard, who's been an ever-present this season for Everton in the English Premier League. Interestingly, yet to keep a clean sheet, but has conceded just the one in all 5 of their games so far. Everton has started pretty well indeed. Ronaldinho's first touch. Juan, who moved from the Bundesliga and Bayer Leverkusen to Roma over the summer. Maicon looking for the return. The USA have started with a high tempo here, just looking to unsettle Brazil. And being encouraged all the way with this vociferous crowd. Beasley taking a tumble. It's tonight's referee, Benito Archundia of Mexico. Robinho's challenge deemed illegal. Kick's got some distance on it. And here is DeMarcus Beasley. Ball was just in behind Dempsey, who made a good run. Ronaldinho looking to switch it right hand side. Bradley. Robinho, lovely back heel. Maicon on the overlap. Robinho in on goal. Shot hits the side netting. Howard had his near post covered. Excellent interchange between Robinho and Maicon. It was a tight angle, but Robinho fancied it, didn't he? Was in top goal scoring form at the Copa America, scored 6 goals at the tournament, 5 in their 2 games against Chile. The most famous meeting between these sides was during the World Cup of '94 in a second round meeting. Despite having a man sent off, Brazil managed to come through by a 1-0. Bebeto with the decisive strike. Robinho again trying to have some fun down that right hand side. Cut out by the skipper Bocanegra. Ronaldinho getting it back from Robinho. Good feet, but he's got 2 players around him and making life difficult. '77th cap being earned tonight for the Barca man. Brazil begin their World Cup qualification campaign next month. First 2 games away to Colombia and then Ecuador at home. Will be the first international they've played on Brazilian soil for 2 years. Fair to say the locals are licking their lips in anticipation of that game. Carelessly given away by USA. Kaka though stopped by Bradley. Good challenge. Free kick goes Brazil's way. Monero in a rush to get on with it. Might have been a bit too quick with that free kick. More white shirts than yellow near Ronaldinho. Clever ball in. Alfonso Alves strikes the post. Such quick thinking by Ronaldinho. And the man from Heerenveen almost putting Brazil in front. Was he offside? No. Look at that run. Fantastic. And inches away from putting Brazil in front inside the opening 10 minutes. It's all about the run there. Just ran across the line and was able to look at Ronaldinho as he touched the ball and played it forward. Time his run to perfection. Will probably feel that he should have scored. But already 2 good chances have been fashioned by the famous side in yellow. Kaka's turn. Robinho looking for Ronaldinho. Not good control by his high standards. And the free kick not been given. Well, I thought Cherundolo was just blocked by Gilberto. The ball was running out of play anyway. The throw has been given and taken. This time the free kick against Monero. It's the role of Monero and Gilberto Silva in the middle of that Brazilian midfield, just to keep things tight, almost in the image of their coach Dunga. That was his role, of course, when he captained Brazil to the World Cup triumph here in '94. He was the unsung hero of the side, if you like, the man that got through lots of work and defended for the more flamboyant stars to do their bit. Here come the USA. Brazil have got bodies back quickly. Bocanegra. Now Heath Pearce. This is Wolf. Now Cherundolo. Space for Wolf to deliver. What's the balling going to be like? Not good enough. And Ronaldinho caught in possession. Well, that was ambitious. Marcus Beasley seeing the opportunity but not taking it. Ronaldinho with a shake of the head as we get another glimpse of that shot that DeMarcus Beasley would rather forget. Ronaldinho just looking at the surface, it is not the best, as I said earlier. It's a tad bobbly, but a player of Ronaldinho's undoubted ability should be able to adjust and will be able to adjust. Robinho dropping deep. Maicon. Kaka. 3 around him. That was the sliding challenge by Bradley that stopped him. use of the arm there. Here's Gilberto. Brazil never scared just to knock the ball around from one side of the pitch to the other and just try and ask questions of the opposition. Look to exploit any lack of concentration, anybody not picking up their runners. Suddenly they might explode into life. That's a little bit short, but Gilberto Silva kept it moving. Ronaldinho couldn't. Continues to look a little bit off the pace, Ronaldinho. Soldier Field, the famous home of the Chicago Bears, for those of you that like your American football. And going back to that World Cup tournament of '94, tournament started here when the holders of the trophy, Germany, kicked off against Bolivia. Hugely successful tournament in terms of crowd figures. Free kick given for the challenge on Ronaldinho. This time the American defence not caught napping. Beasley forward. Cross goes Lucio. Such a good defender. Gilberto. Robinho. Ronaldinho, clever play, and he's got it back from Robinho, looking for Alfonso Alves. That was delicious. And a warm round of applause ripples around Soldier Field. Fantastic play. This was magnificent. Drew two players to him, through the gap, went for the return. Fair to assume that his earlier rustiness is out of his system. Strong header from Maicon. Good interception, and it might still run USA's way, but for the intervention of Juan, USA might have had a sign of goal there. It was Wolf trying to prop it on the right hand side. Whistler's gone for the challenge. Not sure there was a foul there, but Kaká. Robinho's got it. But Brazil don't have it for long. Careless by Cherondolo. Ronaldinho looking to make them pay. Icon hesitated, so too did Pierce. Not quite as controlled with the American stride. Good looking ball. Cleared by Juan. Back come USA. Pierce with a chance to centre. Chance that has gone begging, but will be their throw. Heath Pierce, who moved to the Bundesliga in the summer to link up with Hansel Rostock. That'll be a corner. Came off Monero. Landon Donovan will go across the take. Tony asking somebody to pick up Wolf on his near post. Bocanegra's in there too. First corner of the game goes the way of the hosts. In towards that near post, and it's in! USA take the lead. A scruffy goal, but Carlos Bocanegra won't mind. And Soldier Field is jubilant. Donny beaten on 20 minutes. Carlos Bocanegra has his 7th goal in the colours of his country. And I'm not showing you too much about it. I think there was 1 or 2 ricochets there. And it just fell and hit the chest of the Fulham man. And that's why the celebrations are a little bit muted on the pitch, if not off them. First shot at goal brings the first goal of the game for the USA. Donovan, nice skill. Crosses too deep, but nicely brought down. Beasley with the shot, and that could have gone anywhere. Booted up and away by Juan, but might have just come off the boot and found the bottom corner. First goal was fortunate for the USA. The second goal could have been equally so. Second corner in quick succession, and we don't need a reminder as to what happened with the first. Donovan looking to provide quality. And not a bad ball in. Well, Juan got it away, but Onyewu was completely unmarked in front of him. Brazil looking very shaky from these corners. Donovan again, still not away. Brazil looking shaky. Here's another look at the goal. Or perhaps not. The US with their tails up, Brazil having to dig in here. Play on, says the referee, Ronaldinho. Look how quickly he was surrounded by American players. Tigerish in the tackle. And they get the free kick. Flag late to go up, and Dempsey had every right just to go for the loose ball there as Donny came out. Quick check that the keeper is okay. He is, and on we go. This is a turn up for the form book. Remember that Brazil have won their last 6 in a row. The US have lost their last 4 in a row. They had a miserable time at the Copa America, lost all 3 of their games. Heavy defeats too. Argentina put 4 past them. Paraguay beat them 3-1. Colombia completing the hat-trick of defeats with a 1-0 scoreline. Although it should be said in mitigation that it was a weakened side that the US Soccer Federation selected for the tournament in Venezuela. Tournament, of course, that was won by Brazil. Kaká losing out. Mineiro getting a foot in. Robinho thought about going early to his left, worried that Alfonso Alves was offside. ee.uu brings it away for the US. Lucio, Ronaldinho. They're not giving him an inch. Now, almost piercing the offside trap. Donny having to play almost as a sweeper there. Quickly to the edge of his area to collect. Robinho asking for the free kick and getting it. Kaká asking a bit much of Robinho, but the challenge on him was a little bit overzealous from Bradley. Well, US getting close to the Brazilians, and the Brazilians not liking it. It's a long way out, but it is Brazil and Ronaldinho we're talking about. What does he have up his sleeve here? Juan wants it tossed in. And poor marking, it's a good stop by Howard. Alfonso Alves with the header. Howard smartly down to his right to save. 2 chances for the man from Heerenveen. Slack marking. Ronaldinho battling. Now the silky skills. Gilberto. Kaká, haven't seen much of him so far. Maicon. Alfonso Alves, happy to win the free kick as he looked to lay that off on the edge. Bocanegra, the American culprit. Howard to be tested again. Now this is closer. This surely is in shooting range for a man of Ronaldinho's style and ability. The wall looks a bit ragged at the moment. Brazil have added 3 to it. It's Ronaldinho for Brazil. The wall does its job initially. Still some tidying up to be done. And Donovan wins his side some time and a free kick. And then there's some scruffy afters between Robinho and Beasley. So much talk of Donovan's goals, but he's high up on the assists too. And that was the little afters that came following the whistle for the challenge by Ronaldinho on Donovan. Minero. Ronaldinho. Kaká. Well, the US continue to stick doggedly to their task, keep shutting the doors. Brazil probe again. Minero continued his run. Cross goes Bocanegra. Michael was on target last time Brazil were in action. A 2-0 victory over Algeria. Actually scored 2 goals now, last 3 games. And he's offside here. That's a good decision. Good work by the American defence just to step up there as they anticipated the pass down the line. And US onside. It's Wolf away from one but not away from Lucio. Robinho. Alfonso Alves. This is a lovely flowing move by Brazil. Ronaldinho. Will it continue? It might finish with Kaká scoring. Good save, Howard. Oh, off on ee.uu and in the net. It's 1 each. And just as America had luck with their goal, so too Brazil with their equaliser. Let's face it, the move deserved a goal, but after Howard's good stop from Kaká's shot, so cruel that it rebounded against on ee.uu and into the empty, gaping net. It's 1-1. What a move. Kaká deliberate with the shot, Howard with the save, and in against the considerable frame of ee.uu. He knew nothing about it. As soon as it struck him, he knew where it was going. Well, Kaka might be given that goal, but can't see how it's his goal. I have that down as an own goal by ee.uu. Unfortunate, he won't thank me for it, the standard Liège defender, but it has to go down that way. Back come the US. It's Donovan, only one in the middle for America. Ronaldinho's ball. Robinho, heavily involved in that move that led to the equalising goal. Oh, that was nasty. It was an awkward landing there for Clint Dempsey. Almost finished up on the subs bench. Here's another view of the goal. Just wonder if Howard could have done better with the save. Pushed it straight back out to his oncoming defender. It's hugely unfortunate. But then so too was Boccanegra's earlier strike, so some fairness in that scoreline. Tough luck on both goalkeepers. No clean sheets for them today. Ronaldinho's impudent flick. Getting it back from Robinho. Too tricky though. The US more straightforward. And looking right. And Donovan has space and time. And it's looping and it's just over. Dempsey couldn't keep it down. Donny was concerned for a moment though. So much time afforded Landon Donovan here. Dempsey just couldn't control the header. Been in good form for Fulham already this season in the English Premier League. 2 goals in 5 games. Ronaldinho stopped in his tracks. And now it's the other 10. Donovan. Poor ball for him. Kaka. Minero. Maicon available to his right. Gilberto. Oh, beautifully done. Kaka. Faced by Donovan. Ronaldinho, Maicon's making a lovely run away on that right-hand side. Cherundolo. Donovan. That's a free kick. Feelheiber. Clip from behind. Now this is an opportunity for the US. Definite foul by Minero. Marcus Beasley is poised. ee.uu, having scored at the wrong end, fancies a chance at the other. Will it be Beasley or Donovan? It's Beasley to curl it in, and Donny can leave it well alone. Bit of a waste that. They won't get many chances, you sense, tonight, US. Set pieces might be their best chances of piercing Donny's goal. It's brought them their first strike. Surprised that Donovan wasn't entrusted for that free kick. Here's Bradley. Beasley. In from Bradley. Cleared by Juan. And now Kaká for that acceleration. Well defended by Cherundolo. And now it's Donovan to bring it forward for the US. Cherundolo. That was careless at just the wrong time. Wolf had a long time to wait for the ball to arrive and just undercooked the pass. Very open game. So far, very enjoyable game. Second half, we'll no doubt see a flurry of substitutions. Dempsey. Donovan. Beasley's found space. Can he find either of the two forwards in the middle? Juan in the way. Free kick for the foul on Donovan. I think he would have settled for the throw there, but he's got the free kick. Again, Beasley entrusted with it. Looking to swing this in left-footed and put it somewhere between the goalkeeper and the Brazilian back line for somebody like Bocanegra to charge in. Not deep enough. Oh, it's on here for Brazil. US have committed a lot of bodies forward. It's Kaká. He might go all the way here, Kaká. The bounce isn't very kind to him. He'll have to settle for the corner. Well, it was the bounce that just never ensured that the ball was fully under his control, which is unusual, and Cherundolo was committed, got back. Inside the last 3 minutes of the first half. Brazil's first corner. Safely gathered by Howard. And looking to immediately turn defence into attack with Beasley, but he's too slow. Robbed by Gilberto Silva. Here's Ronaldinho. Dempsey. Donovan forward. Here's Maicon. Possibly chance for one more chance for either side. Brazil patiently probing. Well, Fidelheimer never took his eye off the ball. Ronaldinho's turn to try his luck. And no joy for him either. Dempsey couldn't kill it. The US need to keep their concentration here. Just one lapse of it, and suddenly they're in, and they might be here with Kaká. Straight down the throat of Howard. They just continue to probe and pass and move and look for the opening. And just when you think that they've stopped searching, they find a way through. Howard with his angles right. And we're into added time. Ronaldinho. Robinho got two for company. Oh, it's fantastic. He's away from both of them. And a third. And brought down. And a dive is the interpretation by the referee. Oh, that was fantastic by Robinho. The way he escaped the shackles of Donovan and Cherundolo was a joy to behold. Onyewu with the final challenge. Was it legal? No, it wasn't. That should have been a penalty. That was magnificent. I'm away, mate. See ya. And Onyewu's nowhere near the ball. And the US are mightily fortunate. Luck might not have been on his side when the ball struck him and brought Brazil their equaliser, but it certainly was there. Because from the angles we've seen so far, Onyewu clearly clipped Robinho as he went past him. He'll know that, and I think there's further punishment coming Robinho's way. He's going to see the yellow card in a moment. He might have made the most of it, but he was clearly impeded. Have a look again. There's the ball, and there is the right toe of Onyewu clipping the right toe of Robinho. Inside the penalty area, that has to be a penalty. And there goes the half-time whistle. Well, an enjoyable first half, two strange goals. Carlos Bocanegra putting the US in front on 20 minutes from Donovan's corner. Bocanegra knew nothing about that, and Onyewu knew nothing about the Brazilian equaliser after the lovely move from one end to the other of the field. Kaká's shot, blocked by Howard, hits Onyewu and rolls into the empty net. Interesting stuff. Let's hope the second half is just as interesting and just as entertaining. Half-time at Soldier Field, Chicago. It's US 1, Brazil 1. Welcome back to Chicago Soldier Field for this international friendly between the United States and Brazil. Entertaining first half that leaves us with a scoreline of USA 1, Brazil 1. Carlos Bocanegra putting the Americans ahead on 20 minutes. Fortunate strike. Didn't know too much about it. A corner that ricocheted in the penalty area before coming off his chest and going in. And then Brazil equalising when ee.uu unwittingly got a deflection past his own goalkeeper from Kaká's shot. So it's 1-1 at the break. Expect plenty of substitutions from both teams in this second half. There's never been a draw between these sides before. 9 Brazil wins, 1 American triumph. Referee Archundia gets us underway. And now it's the Americans attacking the goal away to our left-hand side. Good sized crowd. Stadium holds around about 61, 62,000, and there's probably about 50-odd thousand here. A lot of partisan American interest and plenty of Brazilian support too. And straight away Brazil on the offensive. Alfonso Alves came close twice in that first half. Maicon given time to bring that down. Trying to link up with Robinho, who was booked at the end of that first half. Maicon's offside. Easy decision for one of the Mexican officials there.
Making their first change, Brazil substitution at halftime. Leaving the game, number 4, Juan. Entering the game, number 14, Dempsey.
Edu Dracina, who's come on at half-time for Juan. Plays his football at Turkish side Fenerbahce. Sitting alongside Lucio at the heart of this Brazilian defence. Careless by Gilberto Silva, fortunate to get a second bite. There is the new man. Nicely done by Alfonso Alves. Here's Robinho, a chance to run at Bocanegra. Bocanegra held his ground. ee.uu in the way. Phil Harbour taking over. Here's Pierce. Searching long. Looking for Donovan. Back here for Phil. Harbour to drive. No power in the shot. Donny keen to get on with it. Might reflect that he should have done better there. Beasley. Bradley chose the wrong option, and now he's out of position as Ronaldinho picks it up for Brazil. Lovely measured ball, but the flag is up against Alfonso Alves. USA had a real mixed summer. They won the Gold Cup that was staged here in America. 6 wins out of 6. Came from behind to beat Mexico 2-1 in the final. And then just flopped miserably at Copa America. With 3 defeats out of 3 and were out at the group stage. Although they didn't take some of their star players there. Here is one of them, Dempsey, who felt he had to hurry that shot. That accounts for the inaccurateness of it. Dunga, the Brazilian coach, World Cup captain in '94 when Brazil lifted the trophy here in America. And what a job he's done as coach. This is his 18th game in charge. They've won 12 up to now. Just the 2 defeats. Portugal and Mexico, the sides that have beaten them. And Mexico are their next opponents. Friendly on Wednesday. The final friendly for the Brazilians before they get their World Cup qualification campaign underway. Minero. Lucio. Alfonso Alves, nicely done. Turning it left-hand side. Going for the return. Well, managed to turn away from Donovan, but Bradley was cuter than Donovan. He's got it back though. No free kick. Spielhaber. Brazil have it back. Gilberto. Robinho. Alfonso Alves started the second half as lively as he did start the first. It's like a little training exercise in keeping the football, isn't it? Delicious ball in. It's great defending by Bocanegra. Really good defending. Wouldn't have known until the last moment that Kaká was just behind him. And the American captain able to hook it clear. Already the familiar pattern. Brazil dominating possession. USA trying to close them down and cut out the angles and deny them routes through on goal. Brazil having to be patient. Gilberto. Kaká. Horrid clearance by Bocanegra that will go behind for a corner. Cheers as Ronaldinho goes across the take. Howard trying to shield his eyes from the strong sunshine. Plenty of yellow in the box. It's a good ball in, and it's a goal. Howard beaten. And Lucio, the captain, is back with a goal for Brazil. And Howard anxiously calling to the dugout for some treatment. Great ball in from Ronaldinho. Look what it means to the fans that have got Brazil close to their hearts. And Howard is in all kinds of trouble. What did he do there? Looks like the left hand is his problem. But Brazil in front. Lovely whipped in ball. And Lucio timed his run to perfection. Just wonder if... what did Howard do here? Oh, he hit his hand against the crossbar. Lucio celebrates with substitutes and teammates alike. It's only his third goal for his country. No wonder he enjoyed it. And Howard may well have just dislocated a finger there. It's painful, but it has to go back in as quickly as possible. And that is what the US medical team are just doing now. He just wrapped his left hand against the crossbar as he tried to keep out that Lucio header. Most of them, if not all of them, will be coming on soon. Here's another look at the goal. ee.uu underneath it. And it's a free header for Lucio. Well, it's a feature of the Brazilians' game now under Dunga that they're much better at set pieces and scoring goals from headers. I remember Maicon's goal against Algeria was a header from a corner. Not just about free-flowing football nowadays. Well, this is a lengthy delay for Tim Howard as he receives that painful treatment. Straight away knew that something was wrong. Off goes the glove. And it looks like, yeah, you can see the damage to the finger. That's the repair work that's being done right now. There's the deputy, Chris Seitz, just 20 years of age, yet to take the field in a full international. He might get his chance soon. There's a big strong boy. Howard will be keen to carry on. Fingers taped together just to protect them further. Oh, lengthy stoppage, best part of 4 or 5 minutes that. Okay to continue. Now, how soon before Brazil pepper his goal with long-range shots to test that finger on his left hand? So we're back underway. Brazil in front, behind on 20 minutes, Bocanegra's strike. In front, due to the own goal from ee.uu and that Lucio header. And the scoreline now has a more accurate reflection of the play that we've seen so far in Chicago. And the historical trend is familiar too. Brazil in front against the US. Bradley. Beasley. Cleared by Lucio. Not what Maicon intended. Carefully forward by Gilberto. Kaká. Ronaldinho. Every time he receives the ball, there are cheers around the stadium as they sense something special like that. Next up for the US, by the way, prior to their World Cup qualification campaign, are 3 friendlies of hugely differing nature. Next game in October is against a Catalonian 11 in Barcelona. Then they're part of the Switzerland side's build-up to the European Championships, and then part of South Africa's build-up to the World Cup in a few years' time. Trips to Basel and Cape Town and Barcelona. Vast majority of this American side are based in Europe, so travelling won't be too difficult for them. ee.uu landing awkwardly. He's had an eventful game, ee.uu. Scored the own goal, was at fault for the second goal. Landed awkwardly there. And that's not going to test Donny. Benny Feilhaber with the strike. He's just joined an English Premier League side. Feilhaber just left Hamburg for Derby County. There's ee.uu. On by Dempsey, hook clear by Lucio. Beasley slow to respond, Maicon wasn't. In steps Pearce, runs into Maicon once more. Kaka, all away from Bocanegra. Just checks, waits for support, picks out Ronaldinho. It's not away yet. It is now. Alfonso Alves waited too long and has taken a knock on the edge. Brazil play on. Ronaldinho. And just goes across to check on the health and fitness of Alfonso Alves. Got his foot trodden on by Landon Donovan. Alfonso Alves, such a hit with Heerenveen last season, 35 goals in 31 games in the Dutch league. It's a club record. That sort of form that prompted English Premier League side Middlesbrough to make a bid of £6 million over the summer. An unsuccessful bid. Brazilian subs eager to get on. There's Diego, Werder Bremen. And these days of very lightweight boots, many players are picking up broken toes and the like. Daniel Alves coming on for Maicon. Like for like. Right back for a right back, albeit two very much attacking fullbacks. Daniel Alves, who was expected to move in the summer transfer window, but despite big offers coming in from Chelsea and rumours of an equally big one coming in from Real Madrid, he's still at Seville. I'm none too happy about it, it has to be said. Oh, interesting way to take a free kick. Ronaldinho, first touch for Daniel Alves. Robinho. Bradley, carefully done for Wolf. Beasley, Wagner Love is on for the injured Alfonso Alves. As I said at the start of the second half, prepare yourself for a lot of changes as the second half progresses. It's confirmation of the introduction of Wagner Love, who was the man that was omitted for the inclusion of Alves. Free kick there. Lucio slow back to his feet. Well, Beasley had a few free kicks in the first half that were crosses rather than shots. Donovan's over this one. Will this be a strike at goal? Beasley's there as well. Donovan to curl it in. Not enough height. Feilhaber with 3 shirts swarming round him. And the throw goes America's way, to the surprise of many. It's Bob Bradley, the American coach, hoping that his side can get an equaliser here. Not a good ball in. Haven't got in many good positions throughout the 66 minutes so far, and when they do, they need to provide better quality than that. Second bite. In it goes. It's too deep from Cherundolo. Dempsey's done well. Beasley. Shot is on. It's a good strike. Donny couldn't hold it. Is that a penalty? Waved away. Edu Dracena with the challenge. Wolf felt he was clearly balked. And for the second time in the game, referee Archundia is having none of it. And Brazil looking to capitalise with Robinho. Stopped by ee.uu. Feilhaber looking for Dempsey. Lucio to clear. Well, I think that Wolf had a shout there. It was a good long distance drive that caused Donny 1 or 2 difficulties. He couldn't hold it. And I just felt that Edu Dracena was not going to get there. Get to see the replay soon. Well, again, it might just have levelled things up, just as the first goals that both teams scored had an equal measure of good fortune about them. Robinho should have had a penalty given to Brazil at the end of the first half, and now it seems that the US should have had a penalty given to them there. More changes in the offing for Brazil as Alves is robbed by Beasley. Nice turn by Wolf. Still got a lot to do. And he's won his side a free kick, but it could have been so much better there. Here's the drive. What a shot it was from Pearce. Donny couldn't hold it. And we might get a better view of it here. Just wonder if the referee felt that Wolf was looking for it rather than looking for the ball. I would be surprised if that was the case, because that was a great chance for Wolf to score himself. There's the foul that brought the free kick. Donny and Brazil escape. The Roma keeper hasn't had much to do today. That's really the first shot he's had to deal with, and didn't deal with it that convincingly. It was Heath Pearce with the strike, and the man that was brought down, Josh Wolf, is replaced by Eddie Johnson of Kansas City Wizards. He's in great form this season, Eddie Johnson, as Julio Baptista comes on for Brazil. Kaká making way. Feelheimer replaced by Convey. Real flurry of changes then. 2 apiece. Meanwhile, another free kick for the US. The wall does its job. Nicely done. And here is Johnson, one of those 2 subs that has just come on. Con for the other. Johnson has scored 18 times already this season for Kansas City Wizards. He's the top scorer.
Making their 4th change, Brazil's substitution in the 70th minute of play. Replacing on number 20, Lucio.
Confirmation of the Brazilian change. Baptista for Kaká. Alves. Strong challenge by Bocanegra. Bradley helps it away. Composure. And here's Convey with a chance to run and get away from Alves. Allowed to continue. Now, who's been helped by those substitutions most? Can the US just step it up a bit? Cherundolo. Johnson. Forward by Beasley. Cherundolo in behind the Brazilian rear guard. Can he cut it back? He can. And it's Dempsey and it's there! It's 2-2! Beautifully fashioned goal. Johnson involved, but Cherundolo did the hard work and Donny's beaten again. And we're all square again. Just wondering who might be affected most by those changes. Were Brazil struggling to accommodate the new boys as they lost a bit of their shape? Clint Dempsey's 9th strike for America. His 3rd goal of this season. He's scored twice already for Fulham in the English Premier League. And he was on hand to strike that into the bottom corner. Great work though by Steve Cherundolo. He started the move. His pullback swept home by Dempsey. Well, the game has ebbed and flowed, hasn't it? And here come Brazil again. The little shoulder pass there by Ronaldinho, and the free kick given for the challenge on the edge of the area by Bocanegra on Alves. Don't think he's too happy about the decision, Carlos Bocanegra. But the hands were raised, and he did stop Alves running on to that trademark shoulder pass by this fella, who fancies this, I think. Can he get it up and down quickly enough? Howard hasn't been tested since he injured his hand. Ronaldinho sizes it up. Going to try and get this up over the wall and down quickly. And he succeeds. Fantastic goal by Ronaldinho. Fantastic. Howard wasn't expecting it there. That lot may have expected Ronaldinho to score though. And Brazil back in front. And what a blow that is to the US. 2 minutes after levelling, they're behind again. Should Howard have stopped it? I just wonder, you know, if his body weight was on his left-hand side as the ball was struck to his right. And that meant he just couldn't quite get down quickly enough. Or is this just taking something from the genius that is Ronaldinho? His second goal in successive games for Brazil, his 31st in total for his country. And the goals just keep on coming. Well, they've already come back once. Can America do it again? It's Johnson on for Convey, forced a little bit wide. It's still on for America. Bradley to try his luck, and that wasn't far wide. That's a good strike by Michael Bradley. He's had a good game. No charge of nepotism can be made at the feet of Bob Bradley, his dad, who's the US coach. He's looked the business in the heart of the midfield. Just 20 years of age. And so close to beating Donny and getting the US their third goal of the game. And Robinho is the latest Brazilian to come off, replaced by Alano of Manchester City. Best part of, 30 minutes of regular time, but the injury of Howard will mean that we've got about another 5 minutes to be added on at the end of the 90. Batista getting it back from Ronaldinho, and it was Alano's first touch, and it clears the crossbar. Well, is there more from Bob Bradley's side yet? Pierce did well to keep it in, let alone find Convey. Beasley. Donovan. And away by Lucio. I wonder if Ronaldinho is going to play the whole 90. Do have that game against Mexico in 4 days' time. Well defended by Bocanegra. Foul by Edward Jacena, who just struggles at times. Hand was raised into the face of Dempsey. No damage done. Can USA inflict damage with this free kick? DeMarcus Beasley to take. US have loaded bodies into that penalty area. Beasley's delivery is too deep. Such a waste. Here's Convey, and now Johnson, powerful and full of pace. Took to three to stop him, but stop him they did. And here's Alano. Lovely reverse ball from Ronaldinho. Alano, great ball forward. Wagner Love tried to tee it up for Baptista. On ee.uu, and then Pierce to clear. Well, there were shouts for handball there, but there's no way that Lucio intended to handle it. Chance of USA around Soldier Field now, but it's Brazil who are pushing forward looking for number 4. It's Baptista, it's blocked. And Pierce now suffering the after effects. I don't think it was the shot that caused him difficulty, it was the collision with Bocanegra afterwards. Fabulous ball. Alves, not so good, but it still needs to be claimed by Howard. Here's Convey. Beasley. Free kick given for the collision between Gilberto and Johnson. And a yellow card for the fullback for disputing that decision. Clear to see who he blames for the whole situation. In comes the cross, and the header is just over the crossbar. It was on ee.uu who got up. Confirmation of that yellow card. Didn't think he'd play the 90. He deserves this standing ovation. Fabulous corner that led to Lucio's 2-1 goal, and then the free kick that has given Brazil a 3-2 lead now with 5 minutes to go. Diego of Werder Bremen is his replacement. And USA making changes too. Heath Pearce replaced by Daviano. It's Convey. Lucky ricochets. We've had a few of those today, and they've led to goals on both occasions. This one won't. So 21 Diego on for Ronaldinho. 5 changes have now been made by Brazil. USA lagging behind with just the 3 so far, but there's still a few minutes left. Cherundolo. Donovan. Going to go the long way round, Gilberto. Arnaud's won the corner. Immediately involved. And Convey across to take the corner. Got a good left foot on him, Bobby Convey. Bocanegra, ee.uu, Johnson, Dempsey, all fancy the title of hero. Brazil able to clear, but not very far. Still the pressure on. Convey. No way through.
Fans, today's attendance is 43,543.
Stadium 2/3 full. 43,000 the official attendance. A little bit lower than our earlier guesstimates. But the 40-odd thousand have seen an entertaining game. Plenty of goals, plenty of incident, and they've played their part. The volume has always been there. Beasley. Clipped and kicked by Diego. Bocanegra's free kick. Looking for Johnson. Here's Dani Alves. Diego. This is going to go left for Maison. Brazil just keeping the ball look so easy. And then they bring the foul, which just kills a few more seconds. Arnaud's impatience is undoing. This time Johnson is the guilty man. What a ball. Into the path of Gilberto. And he's so nearly found Vagnilov in the middle. But for ee.uu, it might have been 4-2. into added time. In comes the corner. And he was stretching, it's not gone out yet. USA struggling to clear this. Baptista goes down, that will be a penalty. Pushed by Bradley. Could have had 2 earlier penalties in the contest. We will have one now. No complaints from the US. Baptista was away from him looking to shoot. It's a tired challenge from Michael Bradley. It's Solano to take. This to wrap it up. Are his eyes playing tricks, or is he going for the bottom right of Howard's goal? He wasn't. He was always going there. Howard thought he was trying to trick him, but he didn't. It's 4-2. It's game over. And Delano has his 3rd goal for Brazil. And on the pattern of play, and certainly the territorial dominance that Brazil have enjoyed, it's a fair reflection on the 90-odd minutes we've seen. Howard sent the wrong way. And if they meet up later in the English Premier League season, when Howard's Everton take on Alano's Man City, he'll know what to expect. Arno. Donovan's shot. And that's behind for a corner. Lucio didn't know too much about it. Well, the goal scoring might not be over yet. It's a brilliant penalty by Alano. Tucked away, right in the corner. You'd think even if Howard had gone the right way, he might not have got there. Baptista, who won the penalty. Powerful strides. That's not gone out, I don't think. An ambitious ball from Arno. Finds its target, Johnson. Closed down by Alves. And forced back by Alves. Cherundolo. Dempsey. When he levelled with less than 20 minutes to go at 2-2, many in the stadium thought that the US could be on for a rare victory over Brazil. Within 2 minutes, Ronaldinho had put that thought out of their heads. And Alano's penalty has just added further gloss to the scoreline. As the final whistle goes, a 6-goal thriller in Chicago. US were in front on 20 minutes, but Howard was to be beaten 4 times, and on Onyewu own goal, Lucio's header, Ronaldinho's free kick, and then Alano's penalty right at the end. That strike from Dempsey had briefly levelled at 2-2, but Brazil deserved to win this one. Dominant territorially. The quality was there for all to see. It's another victory for Brazil. It's their 7th in a row. And next up for them, it's Mexico on Wednesday. Final score in Chicago, USA 2, Brazil 4.